What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report. It is Saturday, November the 30th, 2013. Hope everybody had a safe and happy Thanksgiving, and apparently ISON made it around the sun. We'll get to that in just a minute. The first link below is going to take you over to the Blogspot post. That's where you're going to find all this madness I'm about to give you. Now, what do we have after Thanksgiving? We have Black Friday. First link is going to be this: Black Friday Live, dummy holds Shopper's Place. Cops say man shot over TV. They're shooting people now. Usually it's just people getting trampled over. Now everybody's shooting everybody. Put a link to it. BBC News has this: Amazon workers face increased risk of mental illness. Talk about pressure on the job. They have like 33 seconds to go get what they're supposed to get off the shelf and get back, or they're fired. Put a link to it. Other news going on: Explosion rocks pipeline company in central Missouri. This November 29. What's going on with that? I don't know. Put a link to it. From RT, we have NATO launches largest ever cybersecurity exercises. This November 26. Internet false flag. Could come at any time. Who knows? Maybe it'll never come. From the Daily News, mayor of upstate New York town captured on video threatening police officers after drunk driving arrest. Not sure how much longer you're going to be mayor. Put a link to this. Speaking of public officials doing crazy things, got this here. Sheriff says public sex acts involved area leaders. This is Shelby County. What state is that? I don't know. Put a link to it. Local media out of somewhere. From Zero Hedge, we have this: the NSA is tracking your porn browsing. Be advised. Oh boy. Let's see. From Swan, we have the secession movement growing in two more states. More talk of seceding from the Union. As we have this here: Michigan Supreme Court upholds open carry. Right on, go Michigan. This from the Examiner.com. Speaking of guns, got a couple more here. Lawsuits prompt Bay Area sheriffs to issue CCW permits. I assume we're talking about San Francisco Bay Area. Put a link to this from the Liberty Center. Right on, November 30. NFL rejects Super Bowl commercial from gun company. Well, you just won't get their money. And I say boycott the Super Bowl. I don't watch the crap anyway. From Fox News, we got this. Remember the Florida woman who apparently fired a warning shot at her husband or her boyfriend, something inside their house? Well, she's getting a new trial. She's been released. She was sentenced to 20 years for firing a warning shot, but she's been released pending new trial. Put a link to that right on. I hope she gets acquitted. Read the facts of the case. Lawmaker says increased jail time for up to 25 years for a knockout game. You heard about this knockout game? People running around cities just knocking people out for the fun of it. Sooner or later, you're going to do it to the wrong person. They're going to turn around and blow your head off. And guess what? I don't feel anything for you. From The Guardian, USA Today joins media boycott of White House's official photos. More goings on with the media and the government, or is it just for show? Check this out, though. This is interesting. From the Washington Times. Washington Times sues Homeland Security over seizure of reporters' notes. Really? Put a link to it. Over to financial news now. 2016, Obama plans to take down America. This published 3 days ago on WND. Interesting read. And the Obamacare news is just going to go on the financial bin, since it is going to affect a lot of people financially. We have this: could porn sites have answers to fixing the Obamacare website? I don't know. Put a link to it. Oi, from the Liberty Digest: Obamacare code ICD-9E978 for executions and beheadings. Is this really in Obamacare? I'll put a link to it. Creepy. Now, the markets were pretty flat. They ended the week pretty flat. The Dow still is up over 16,000. I'll put a link to this recap, the weekly, if you want the numbers. They don't really mean much to me, but some people follow that stuff. One more. RT has here now. U.S. House, check this out. U.S. House approves $5,000 fee for official drilling protests. If you want to protest like oil drilling, you have to pay a $5,000 fee for a permit to protest. Welcome to America, right? Put a link to it. We're over to New World Order and Police State News now, and I'm sorry to say I have a bin full of this again this week. From the Blaze, we have the gun confiscation notice an NYC resident reportedly received will likely send chills down your spine. I'll put a link to this. There's rumors of gun seizures that are going to go on in New York. From the Examiner, we got Department of Justice internal memo confirms Obama plan for gun confiscation this November 21st. Good luck with that. Oh, wait. Put a link to it. Philadelphia becomes first city to ban 3D guns. This November 25th from, I'm not sure of this website. Never seen it before. Put a link to it. From the Washington Times. Every DC, check this out, be advised if you live in DC, every DC firearm owner to be fingerprinted to renew gun registry. Might as well give them a DNA sample and let them scan your retina while you're at it. Speaking of that, embracing Big Brother, how facial recognition could help fight crime. We were warned about this crap, people. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Put a link to this. Got another one here. Biometric classroom. Monitor students' eye movements and conversations. We're not looking so crazy anymore these days, are we? From ABC News, Texas police officer. We got another one of these. Texas police officer accused of raping woman during traffic stop. This November 26, 2013. Let's see. Massachusetts cops kill an unarmed Dominican Iraq war veteran in his own home. We have another Jose Guerrero here. Put a link to this. This is back from September 25th, but I think this is the first time I came across it. It saddens me to have to report this crap to you every week. But I do it because I think people should be aware of what's going on. Nurse calls mom. Now check this out. Nurse calls mom a loser for not vaccinating her child. Now, I'll put a link to this. The link following that will be from this, from the Mail Online. Mother claims healthy son, 19, was killed by flu shot after he fell into a coma just 24 hours after having vaccine. Anybody remember the name Desiree Jennings? Google that. And a mom's a loser for not giving her child a vaccine. From the National Post, Amish girl and family go into hiding to stop forced chemotherapy treatment for her leukemia. They want to use natural medicine. They want to use... Should that not be their right? Speaking of cancer, GMOs linked to gluten disorders, plaguing 18 million Americans, report says. They give you the cancer and then they want to sell you the drugs to treat it. Unbelievable. The planned slow kill going on. Got one more in the police state bin. Follow up from last week. Mountain man found guilty. The gentleman who stood up and said, "I am the living man." Well, apparently he went back to court and was found guilty and was taken away in handcuffs. I wish I was wealthy. I would go get this man out of jail myself. Put a link to it. Over to World War III news. Officials say U.S. B-52s flew through China's controversial new air defense zone. You heard about this? Going back and forth with America, China, Japan's getting involved. Got another one to follow it up with China flies fighter jets into disputed air defense zone. Japan remains defiant. I guess now what? Now if America flies back through there, are they going to get shot down? Man, crazy rhetoric going on the World War III front. From the Voice of America, Pentagon prepared to defend U.S. planes in China defense zone. War? I hope not. From Zero Hedge, China declares they are willing to engage in a confrontation with Japan as the primary target. Chinese in Japan to hold... Check this out. Chinese people in Japan told to register for emergencies. Put a link to it. Let's see. China rejects South Korea's demand over air defense zone. South Korea's they have a word in this as well. Some other news going on here on the World War III front. Israeli military on high alert after Iran-U.S. deal. Put a link to this now. Conflicting information on this deal. From the Times of Israel, Iran rejects U.S.'s one-sided version of nuclear deal. So is there a deal or is there no deal? From the Washington Free Beacon, Iran says White House is lying about details of nuke deal. So I don't know what's going on here. Let's see here. No need for European missile defense shield if Iran deal succeeds. This is from RT. Other news going on. Airstrikes kill 29 in Syria. This November 23rd, 2013. And you want to see how much humanity sucks. You know, if you got little kids in the room, do not click on the link after that story. I'm going to put a link to a picture on Twitter. 3 human heads just sitting on the ground. 3 people beheaded, and their heads just sitting there. Put a link to it. Over to Earth Changes in 2012 news, and I'm sorry, but sometimes this stuff that we cover just gets to me. Like I said, we carry a heavy burden staying informed of what's going on around the world, and sometimes it's just leave you breathless. Anyway, Comet ISON news. Now I'm going to put a link here from Space Weather. This is the tight shot on the LASCO. You can see Comet ISON coming in. This is I believe this is a GIF image. You can see it coming in. It circles around the sun. You can see it coming out the back. Now it appears ISON is much less than what it was when it first entered. However, as it pulls away from the sun, it's gaining brightness. Now I'll put this link, and then I'll put a link to the NASA website. They got the wide shot, SOHO shot, where you can see ISON flying in from right to left, goes around the sun, comes out. It's kind of dim when it comes out, but then it brightens significantly. So not sure what's going on with ISON. Not sure if its trajectory's been changed or if it fragmented or what, but it's definitely still out there. Put another link here. Discovery News picked it up. Comet ISON barely survives Thanksgiving solar roast. Put a link to this. They got a write-up on it. Now, I'm not sure if this is related. It's probably not. But check this out. This is kind of interesting. Dad says 7-year-old son was hit by meteorite fragments, so much so that they had to put staples in his head. Check out the pictures. Don't tell me the sky's not falling. Put a link to it. You know, I don't know if we got more of that crap coming our way or what. What was these mysterious booms? Let's see here. We got, what was the mysterious booms in Montreal, November 28, 2013? Did you hear them? I got this. We got mysterious booms out of the Arizona Valley area on the 26th. And I think we got one more here. This is out of Mississippi. We got residents claim sonic boom rattled the entire country. I'm sorry, county. A lot of booms going on. Is that things flying through the atmosphere? Could be. Saw what happened when that meteor blew up over Russia. I don't know. Some of those, I think, actually reported flashes in the sky, if I'm not mistaken. Other news here. CNN has this. At least 8 dead, dozens hurt in quake in southern Iran. What was it? I don't know the magnitude. I'm sure it's down there anyway. People hurt in Iran due to a quake. From the Extinction Protocol, about 35 volcanoes are currently erupting across the globe. Put a link to this. It's posted November 27. Interesting. Now we got this. China is going to the moon, and NASA is very concerned about it. Dun, 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 dun. Put a link to that. Now, over to strange and bizarre news. Alien invader? Nope. 26-foot-long squid discovered lurking underneath an offshore oil rig. 26-foot-long squid. You ever see the movie Spear? Check that movie out if you haven't seen it. Some crazy stuff going on in that movie when it comes to squid. 1 second, let me load up these next links here. Other things in the Strange and Bizarre bin. From the Blaze, just in time for Thanksgiving, speaking of alien-type things. Obama exposes Roswell and Area 51 secrets. I don't know. The Blaze has got it. Put a link to it. 1 second. Let me get things caught up here. Okay. Too much loaded. Bomb threats. Apparently a woman made bomb threats because she was late for court in Connecticut. Not a very smart thing to do, lady. Now you got more court problems. Put a link to this. The Guardian reports this. Norfolk police warn of alarming clown epidemic. Clowns. It? I don't know. You ever seen the movie It? Go watch that movie. That'll mess your head up. From Activist Post, we got one more. Terminator robots to take over the battlefield in 2023. Skynet rising? I don't know. Put a link to it. Good post. For all other news, please check my favorites. I have favorited tons of videos this week. There's always fresh news over there. Thank you to everybody who puts out content. Got some shout-outs. Shout-out to, what is this, Matt Damon? He gave a speech, about a 5-minute long video here. Check out what he has to say. Right on. It's always cool to see actors speaking out. Shout out to my friend Lori down in Texas. You guys got to check this video out. 8 minutes long, where she's addressing the school board in Katy, Texas, about Common Core. You're going to want to take a look at this video. Also, they got a Facebook group, No to Common Core. Put a link to this, Texas Against Common Core. Check that out if you want to join that or see the information that's over there if you want more info on Common Core. One more shout out. Shout out to people in general. Are the people waking up? Got an article here that says CNN and MSNBC lose about half their viewers in 1 year. This posted November 27, 2013. Mainstream media has lost half their viewers in 1 year. You know where they're coming, right? To the alternative media. People are seeing through the facade these days. You know, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, all these guys. Their ratings are going straight downhill because people aren't buying the lies and all the bullcrap anymore. So right on. Pat on that back to everybody who's in the alternative media community, as well as people who are turning away from the mainstream media and opening your eyes to what's really going on. Anyway, guys, if you like this report, please give me a thumbs up or a +1 or whatever it is. I appreciate it. Helps it move around YouTube. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. All that crap is at the bottom if you want new video alerts, live show alerts, breaking news alerts, things like that. Another week of madness. What's going on with Comet ISON? I don't know. Is it going to fall apart? Is it going to fragment? Is it going to... There's some articles out there talking about it heading toward Earth. I don't know. Probably not, but it's up in the air right now. I don't even think, you know, on the mainstream media, they were talking about, oh, it broke up. It's not coming out the other side. Scientists from NASA, all over the media. Then, you know, a couple hours later, oh, there it is. So I don't know what's going on with that. But you guys take care, stay safe, have a good weekend, have a good week. I will see you all on the next one.